In our text editor, we should see our, basically, you should see the DeFi staking app in your directory tab on the left-hand side. So if you click on the arrow, you should be able to, even if you're not using the same text editor that I am, should be a similar outline where you can kind of travel through your different directories. And we're going to go through what all these files are. And before we do that, I just want us to add a couple extra files to this project because these are going to be the foundation files. Or sorry, not files, folders. We're going to add a couple of folders, and these are going to be the foundation folders for as we build and develop our projects. Right now, we really don't have anything. All we have currently in our project, and we're going to see this in the next video. We're going to go much more into detail. But if you open up the SRC folder directory, you'll see that we have some pictures. We have a serviceworker.js, which you don't have to worry about. We have the index.js file. And that, by the way, JS, that's JavaScript. We're going to go into all of that later. Well, not later on, coming up quite soon. But if you click on the index.js, you're going to see that we import React from React, and we're going to talk about what this means as we learn about React and we use React together. We see that we have Bootstrap, and Bootstrap is actually going to be what we use to style our project. And by importing it in this index.js file, we actually have access to Bootstrap globally throughout our entire project. And we're going to see what that means. So don't worry if I'm getting a little bit ahead. So for now, let's just create a couple more folders together, and I promise it's not that complicated. What we want to do is, if you right click on the source folder directory, you should be able to create a new folder. You should have access to that. Now that's one way to do it. Another way to do it would be to actually go into the folder directory itself and just add some folders. So we want to add two folders in the source directory, right? So we want to have two folders here. The first one we want should be called contracts, and it's lowercase. And yes, camel case, lowercase, this is all going to matter as we code. Okay, so one called contracts, and we're going to create another folder also in the source directory, not in the contracts directory, and it's going to be called components. And we're going to talk about what these two folders are in the next video. Okay, so let's just make those two for now. And then we're going to have one more folder in the same main directory. So in the DeFi staking app starter directory, where we will find our source folder, where we can find our public folder. And this is going to be called migrations. Okay. All right. So now what you should see is migrations, public, source, a package.json, a package lock JSON, and then you can open up the migrations folder. There'll be nothing inside. Public will have an icon, index manifest JSON, and source will have our components folder, our contracts folder, our images, an index file, and a service worker. Okay, awesome. So again, no worries if you're not sure what all this means. We're just setting up the architecture. In the next video, we're going to go through what all of this means, and then we're going to start building. So great stuff. I'll see you in the next video.